Welcome back, guys, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Terrible Towel Tuesday. I am your host, SimFBallCritic, along with, of course, the Terrible Towel. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and get started again, man. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Definitely just want to hit on a few quick points. I have the notes here in my phone. As you can see what I'm doing, I'm showing you the Steelers sign. Always Steelers, baby. So let's go ahead and get started. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about Landry Jones once again. Still just not, he's just not my guy. He's just not my guy. And I know he's a backup, I understand that, but you guys know I love to talk about my team from top to bottom. And Landry Jones is just not the guy, you know, for me at this point. I'm sorry. He's just not showing me enough. He has got a little bit better. But let's look at a couple things that he's done wrong. You know, like I said before, he still doesn't look that good with clock management. Once again, he gets himself in trouble with the clock management. I don't understand that. I mean, come on. You've been in an NFL camp for 3 years now. What's going on? What's the deal with that? He's still not that accurate. You know, his ball placement is just all over the place at times. So it is what it is. I think they're letting Landry Jones play a lot just to see what we have. And I think they're going to make a decision on him this year. So we'll see. Now, once again, Shazier, beasted. Brian Shazier is showing himself, man. And I'm loving the fact that Coach Tomlin is keeping him in the game a lot longer to give him a little more experience since he didn't play as much last year due to injury. I love what I see out of this guy 2 weeks in a row. You know, he looks like he's ready. I'm very interested in seeing what he's going to do this season. If he stays healthy, he's going to be a force for us. He's definitely showing us that. Of course, Lawrence Timmons didn't play. You know, he has a minor injury on his toe. You know, as far as what I've heard, you know, I haven't heard anything anymore about that. You know, before I did this show, you know, maybe something comes out after this, but, you know, it's very minor. You know, like Tomlin said, he loves Lawrence, so he's giving him time to get back. You know, nothing to really concern yourself with. And again, it's preseason. I'm not really tripping about who plays and who doesn't as far as, you know, short starters. So let's take a look at what else. Martavis Bryant, again, showing off, showing himself. This is what we can come to expect. He started doing it last season, you know, after he got in the game, once again, and he actually showed a nice veteran move, man, on that play action. You know, he kind of pushed off just a little bit, not enough to be called, but, you know, a veteran move, you know, a Michael Irvin move, if you will. Nice, quick, subtle push off to get downfield, shows his speed, he gets in the end zone. And speaking of, you know, getting into the end zone, I love what I saw from the first team offense. I mean, everyone was clicking. The line looked good. Le'Veon Bell got a couple nice runs in. Everything looked up to par. Ben looking comfortable. You know, and I know it's Jacksonville, not despite, you know, take anything away from Jacksonville, but hey, man, if we can look like that against starting defenses, you know, in the league, yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the offense so far. But don't be alarmed. You know, don't get crazy. You know, one way or another. Don't think too much. Don't take too much from it, or, you know, think badly about what you may have saw. Still preseason. So we're not going to take too much from it, but it looked good for the little bit of sample size that we saw. So what else do I have here? Young receivers, man, still dropping the ball, man. Guys like, you know, Phillips, still dropping the ball, man. Sammy Coates also had a few drops, but he redeemed himself later on in the game. He started picking his game up. I like that. He started improving. So I'm definitely glad to see that. You know, I think Sammy Coates is going to be another one of those guys that develops over the time, or over the course of the season, like Martavis Bryant did last year. I really like him. I like his skill set, his body. You know, we'll see what happens with him. Now, this guy here, Goodwin, C.J. Goodwin, I think his name is, he showed off, man. He showed off. He definitely showed like he wants to be possibly the fifth receiver. You know, I don't know if we're going to keep 5 or 6. You know, I know Darius Haywood-Bay is still a guy there that hangs in the balance all the time. He's right there. Last year we kept him on. Did good in special teams, doing decent in the preseason when his number has gotten called. So it's going to be interesting to see who ends up with that 5th spot. You know, I think 1 through 4 is a lock. You know, I think Sammy Coates will get the 4th spot, of course. And then that 5th spot is going to be interesting. And, you know, I like what I saw out of C.J. Goodwin. He did a good job. All right, what else do I have here? Jesse James. Jesse James redeemed himself. He came up with the big-time catch during the game. I also like what I saw from Chisholm, man. Chisholm is showing, you know, he's showing some moments as a running back. Of course, with Le'Veon Bell being there, you're not going to get too many snaps, as well as D'Angelo Williams. D'Angelo Williams had a decent little run in the game as well. Looks like a guy that could definitely spell Bell. So, sorry for the rhyme right there, guys. But, yeah, looks like a guy that could definitely give Le'Veon, you know, the necessary breather when necessary, and not too much of a drop-off as far as moving the ball. You know, skill set is different. But that number 3 spot, you know, Chisholm might be a guy we want to keep on. You know, maybe we do some roster moves to keep Dre Archer on the field. I don't necessarily think he has to be a running back per se. You know, he could be like that gadget guy, you know, slash receiver. So we'll see what happens. So looking at it like that, I don't know what's going to happen with Chisholm. I don't know, again, if we're going to keep a certain amount of running backs, but we'll see. We'll probably at least keep him in the early portion until Bell gets off his 2-game suspension. All right, so is there anything else I got here? No, that's about it, guys. That's about all I have this week. You know, like I said, it's preseason. It's not too much to talk about. You know, we still haven't won a game, so I would love to see us get a win this coming week against Green Bay. And I know it's just preseason. It doesn't really matter. You know, in NFL history, there's been teams that have gone 0-4 in the preseason and went on to win the Super Bowl. But me just being the type of guy that I am, analyzing the team, I want to see a win. I want to see these backups get a win. Because like I said, you're only as strong as your weakest link. You know, the number 1 offense looked very good for the little bit of time that they were in. But I want to see everyone else step up and show that they can play when someone goes down or if their number is called. So definitely would like to come out of this preseason with some type of victory, at least one, to make me feel a little bit better. So all right, guys, that's going to do it for this show. Like always, definitely leave your thoughts, leave your comments, and hey, if you like, go ahead and hit that like button. All right, guys, so until next time, let me know what you think, and here we go. Once again, guys, thanks for coming by. And if you want to interact with me live, head on over to Sim Standard Radio every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, along with Smitty and Azure Fact. The call-in number for the show is down in the description. Now, of course, for more content, go ahead and click the link above. And before you go, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys, until next time, lights out.